Mr. Speaker, sir, Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Deputy Prime Ministers, Honorable Leader of Opposition, Honorable Ministers and Assistant Ministers, Honorable Member of Parliament, my fellow Fijians, Nisam Bulavinaka. Mr. Speaker, let me begin by thanking the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Strategic Planning, National Development and Statistics, and his dedicated staff for the delivering of the budget for all Fijians. It is a here and now budget with an eye for the immediate future. I acknowledge the increase in the budget for the Ministry of Itaukei Affairs, Culture, Heritage and Art. From 38.7 million, our budget increased to 39.4 million. While government considers options for the 2013 constitutions, the UN declarations on the right of indigenous people, or UNDRIP, which Fiji now supports, is our framework of actions. It is complemented by UN's Sustainable Development Goal, and we are aligning our objectives to it. We want to thrive in this modern world. If the budget trend for our ministry continues, by the end of our current term, the Itaukei will be better off than they were when we came into office. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Assistant Minister has highlighted the increase in budget for the culture sector. We are already seeing the reason why it was placed under our ministry. We will develop Fiji's first National Art Gallery. We will restore the Levuka World Heritage Property. We will recognize the contributions of every ethnic groups in Fiji through arts. Today, I will outline some other key programs in our budget. Mr. Speaker, we have now been resourced to implement the GCC review report. These include a standalone legislation. The GCC will continue to lead the Itaukei administration. With its revamped focus, it will enhance and strengthen the development of the Itaukei economy. We must quantify our contribution to the economy, and we will approach this with lessons learned from past mistakes. Mr. Speaker, earlier I touched on UNDRIP. We have developed a national action plan which the Provincial Council meeting have overwhelmingly endorsed. Several legislations could be reviewed to localize the UNDRIP. This important work is recognized in our budget. Mr. Speaker, last year, the GCC and Cabinet endorsed a framework to improve the livelihoods of Itaukei and Rotuma through economic empowerment. As part of the framework, support will be provided to Provincial Council companies and resource owners. I am pleased to announce that Provincial Council companies and resource owners will be assisted under the 3 million allocations Itaukei Resource Owners Support and Development Fund. This is an interest subsidy allocation. Mr. Speaker, funding has been provided for provincial economic units. The purpose of these units is to drive economic activities and hence market access. Market access is the issue for our community. To assist our Itaukei community, we will again convene the Itaukei Resource Owners Forum this year, which has been funded. Mr. Speaker, we must not underestimate the ability of the Vanua to resolve the pressing problems upon us, the invasions of hard drugs. If we strengthen the Vanua governance, it could significantly address the problem that now confront us. To assist in this regard, the iTaukei Land and Fisheries Commission's budget has been increased by $1 million. Mr. Speaker, a good education is the shortest way out of poverty. Our latest village profiling data confirm this. Education is a pillar of poverty alleviation. This year, we convened the first ever Provincial Education Forum. Provincial Council chairpersons of education committees met to discuss the status of iTaukei educations and map the way forward. An outcome of that forum was the further investigations, the cause of primary school and high school dropouts, and how they can be better supported. We will do that through the 2024-2025 budget with an allocation of $300,000. Mr. Speaker, the Village Improvement Scheme will continue with another allocations of $2 million. Our focus will be on sanitations and village beautification. We have also seen the need to transform two villages as a modern tourist village. We will work on this in coordination with the Ministry of Tourism and Civil Aviation. Mr. Speaker, we will continue to implement the National Action Plan on reducing violence against women and girls. Breaking through the traditional setting is not easy, but we want a fair deal for our women, and we will ensure that the message of reducing violence is conveyed appropriately. The allocation for this has been provided in the budget. Mr. Speaker, our budget allocations and initiatives are geared towards driving transformative change within our iTaukei communities through economic empowerment, preserving culture and heritage, promoting education and holistic well-being, empowering villages, and developing visionary youth leadership. Increased funding for iTaukei Land and Fisheries Commissions, iTaukei Affairs Board, the Department of Culture, Heritage and Arts, and the establishment of Provincial Economic Development Unit will significantly support sustainable economic development and enhance the welfare and prosperity of iTaukei communities. The iTaukei Resource Owners Forum will facilitate access to natural resources, while the Resource Owners Support and Development Fund will provide a vital injection of interest subsidy. Coupled with measures enabling sustainable development of iTaukei land and resources, the initiative unlock unprecedented economic opportunities. Mr. Speaker, preserving our culture, heritage is a cornerstone of our agenda. Our experience with the Melanesian Art Festival last year and the Festival of Pacific Art and Culture this year has heightened the importance of this agenda. Effort by the iTaukei Land and Fisheries Commission to safeguard ancestral land and waters, the revitalization of customs, and the leadership role through the confirmation of traditional titles and the promotion of language, traditional, and identity via cultural program will ensure our rich legacy endure for the generations to come. Mr. Speaker, initiatives aimed to promoting education and holistic well-being are equally vital. Bridging education gaps will be addressed through village-level awareness campaign on integrating formal and informal learning pathways. Furthermore, the exploration of sustainable indigenous tourism opportunities will showcase the unique iTaukei culture to the world while creating economic prosperity. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, sir, the story of the iTaukei is more than a tale of challenges we have endured. And in our future, we must strive for more than just making do. Our budget reflects our highest aspirations. It continues our steps in the right direction, which is to develop the iTaukei economy and make the iTaukei primary beneficiaries in their natural resources. We will forge a new economy and a new generation of prosperity to make the iTaukei prosperous and equipped to take on the challenge of our future. Mr. Speaker, I support the 2024 and 2025 budget.
Honorable Minister Vasu, for your contribution.